Ingunn and Michael, thank you very much for joining me on our first interview today for SPE 2025. I can't ask you how the show's been so far, so I'm going to start a little bit with your organisation. For those unfamiliar with iMenco, can you give us a quick overview of the organisation, please?
Yes, I can. Imenco is a company that's been in the business for more than 45 years, starting up in Haugesund in the west coast of Norway. And now we're grown into an international company with more than 4,500 employees across the globe. So we are present of course, in the west coast of Norway. We are in Aberdeen, in the US, in Brazil, etc. So we're quite an international company.
And your service line is on the subsea side?
Yes, it's on the subsea side, but also on the top side. We are also doing equipment for top side for drilling operations, but also for subsea. We are doing tooling and equipment and bespoke engineering solutions for our clients. But we're also into the defense market and the aviation market, where we are, for example, are delivering refueling stations for aviations, for helicopters, for aircrafts, etc. And there we are working both to oil and gas, but also to the defense market. And then we're also quite good in hydraulics with cylinders, motors, and solutions for that. So we have a very wide range of services. Also being a multidiscipline company with discipline ranging from mechanics, automation, electronics, etc.
Perfect. And Michael, you're one of the original employees, so you've seen a fair bit of change over the last few years. Tell us a little bit about how the organisation has evolved and a little bit about the projects and the regions that you're working in.
Okay, so the company in Aberdeen started about 15 years ago. There was just 3 of us in the office. We grew to 5, and then we took a little bit step back the way, and then about 6 years ago we acquired Kongsberg Maritime and took over their subsea camera and lighting division. And on the tail of that, we also bought over Neutronics. So the UK grew very quickly with a couple of acquisitions. Myself, I've just been based in the mechanical side of the business, so there's only really been me for the last 12 years. And then last year we took a decision that we would try and grow the mechanical division within Aberdeen and try and copy what we were doing in Norway. So we've hired a few design engineers in Aberdeen. There's myself and my colleague Colin, who's doing now business development in Aberdeen. So a big push on our mechanical products, standard products, non-standard products, and engineering solutions now.
Fantastic. And regionally, where are you active just now?
So at the moment, we're working out of Aberdeen. We're also looking after the USA, Brazil, and we're sort of touching on now in the Middle East just to see, what's going on down there and, what sort of business we could get out of that region.
Excellent. It's good to see a lot of Aberdeen companies actually working internationally from Aberdeen. It's a truly global market at the moment. What are the busiest kind of regions for you just now?
At the moment, it's Brazil. Brazil is very, very active at the moment, which is good for us. We've got a very strong presence down there with another company that we acquired recently. And they're doing very well promoting, Imenco down there. Showing a lot of interest in subsea equipment, subsea winches, lifting equipment, guiding equipment. So yeah, it's very good down there.
Fantastic. And then if we just end kind of with you, Ingunn, on the future plans for the business, if you can give us a little bit of what we can expect from iMenco over the next kind of 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, we talked about earlier this morning, so we just finalized our strategy process for the next 3 to 5 years, and that's obviously we have growth ambitions, and we're going to grow in the existing market where we are today, which is in the North Sea, but also up in US and in Brazil. But we will use the opportunity with the presence we already have in these markets to expand even more, and then also look for other regions where we can expand, and also even more combine our different divisions and departments to serve even more complex projects for our clients. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, it sounds like the future's very bright for iMenco, so thank you very much for being my first interview of the day, and good luck with the rest of the show.